My girlfriend's abusive family harshly punished a child in my house, so I told them to get out. I recently moved into my house. My girlfriend and I had a little housewarming. Her family, my mother, and a few of our friends. We were eating outdoors, and the kids had their table. My girlfriend's nephew, 8, knocked over a jug of diluted water. I was at the table when it happened, and it was an accident. He was very polite and apologized. He was a little upset, but I just laughed it off. His father came over, and I was shocked at how much his father gave him. I told him it was only an accident, etc., and he kept going. I felt guilty for not stopping it. He ran over to the corner of the garden and started crying. His father went back to the table, and he said what happened, and his wife said he deserved that. He should stay there a long time, or something along those lines. There was almost a snigger from some of her family. Anyway, I went over to the boy a couple of minutes later. I gave him a bar of chocolate. He was still crying. He said sorry again. I gave him a high five and taught him this high five I used to do as a kid. His mother came over and said, "Do you mind not talking to my son? He needs to think about what he did wrong, and he needs to do that alone." I took her and her husband aside and said, "This is my house. If you want to upset your kid, don't do it here. If you don't like it, get out." I swear the reaction that followed was insane. They went back to the table, saying it. My mom said, never holding back, "Didn't I raise a great son? He's spot on not to let bullies in his house," which erupted it even more. My girlfriend spoke to me in private and asked me to apologize to them. I said no. I stand by what I said, and I told her I think less of her for even asking me to apologize. A mate of mine and his son kicked ball with the boy and me. He actually gave me a hug at the end of the party and said sorry again. He hugged so tightly for a couple of seconds. I really could go on about the drama, but in short, her family thought I was wrong. I was getting little digs, etc. My girlfriend's friend came up privately and said I was right to step in. My girlfriend is still pushing for me to apologize. I still don't think I did anything wrong. I didn't tell them how to parent, but told them to leave if that's how they want to parent. If I'm being completely honest, I didn't say this. I'm not sure I'd want a kid with a family like that. 2 months later, not long after I made the post, my girlfriend and I broke up. Honestly, the more I thought about the situation, the more annoyed I became by it. Wednesday evening, my ex-girlfriend called me and asked me to come over. I went over. I thought she might want to try to get back together, but that wasn't it. She was minding her nephew for a few nights. She said there was a mark on his arm, but he said he wouldn't tell her. She said she didn't know who else to call. I played a bit of football with him, and after a bit I asked him what happened to his arm. He said he didn't know. I asked him a few more questions, and he got really upset. I gave him a hug, probably shouldn't have, and said you're not in trouble, etc. It went on a bit, and eventually he said his dad did it. I asked does he do it often to him. He said it was just the once because he was really angry. I believe it was the once. He did admit his parents do other stuff that I would consider abusive. I told my ex-girlfriend. She said she's shocked. I don't think it was shocking. She said she can't ring social services and asked if I would, so I rang them. They will take it seriously once his parents are home from their holiday apparently. The poor little lad.